I wish that all the countries of the world will stop making war and we all would finally have peace and love. But what is war? And why do people engage in warfare? Merimit, I am Apo at Managama and today I am going to share to you what the global attunement to peace tells about war. But before we proceed to our topic, I want to thank first Joan Gottberg, Zach Zewski, and Sandra Graham for sending this topic. So, what is war? War is a situation that happens when people do fight from one another to the point of taking one's life. As I'm looking for definition of war by asking questions to my friends, I found out that there are hierarchies in warfare. Come to think of hierarchy, it is leveling up from simple to complex to long-term condition. So let us begin by describing how do wars start. War can be brought by simple misunderstanding of one individual to another individual because of their differences. The differences that may be brought up by language, appearance, life status, gender, belief, political or religious, nationality, ethnicity, race, etc., etc. That misunderstanding may lead into hatred, hatred into argument, argument into physical fighting, fighting into combat, which is the determination to win the fight, combat into a long-term warfare, and long-term warfare will result into many casualties. Casualties are the damages as a result or effect of not having peace. These casualties may also start from simple to complex to long-term suffering of every individual involved. Casualties that may start from the mind of the offender to the offended and may also contaminate other individuals by spreading the cause of offense that leads to long-term warfare. Casualties may incur physical injuries such as bruise, bleeding due to laceration wounds, etc., either mental, emotional, social, and to the worst, even spiritual casualties. Destroyed homes, relationships, properties, business, belief, and even governmental functions. And the worst casualties that the absence of peace may brought to humanity is terror, which I believe personally as the highest form of fear that will destroy mankind. From terror, human will lose their sense of identity, confidence, courage, self-esteem, and self-pride. From the absence of peace, mankind will start to want instead of need. People will act to get what they want from other people by force. They will steal, rob, loot, etc. Out of their wanting, greed will be born. From greed, they will learn to corrupt. And from corruption comes poverty. There are many other things to describe the absence of peace and its result to our society. Not all of those things are to be mentioned here, as I say that the result of not having peace is probably you already know and have experienced it already. All of us become slave because of the absence of peace. All of us becomes a prisoner of the negativities that are freely roaming around in our society because of the absence of peace. And because of the absence of peace, we become ignorant and forgot the true nature of ourselves. Thus, we are easily submitting ourselves to the flowery promises of those false savior that will give you peace, but was not. My brothers and sisters in humanity, please allow me to remind you that peace is not a gift to be given easily by other individual, to be received by other individual. Peace is what we really are. And since our identity has been stolen, that identity cannot be received from another being. Our identity as peace is created from within ourselves. It is reared, taken care of, grown, and bear fruit abundantly, then shared. If peace is to be given like a gift, we are the recipient of that gift. Then we owe something to the giver. Since we owe our peace to the giver, we are then obliged to pay back. And if that is so, that piece of peace is not peace at all, but slavery. Let me give an example what giving is like compared to sharing. The example of giving will be like this. I have something, for example like this, and you have none. Then I give you what I have, and what I have now goes to you. Since you have the thing that I have before, that leaves me nothing to have. Since I don't have anything because I already gave it to you, then you are obliged to give back something to me as your conscience compels you to do. In contrast to sharing, if I have something you have done, I share some of what I have so that both of us will have. In sharing, no one is empty-handed. Everyone has something to hold on. With a little thing that we have, when we share with one another, it becomes big. In sharing, it is like both of us are filling up with the emptiness of one another. In being together, we become full. In sharing peace, you are not making anyone to be your slave by making them to owe something from you. Sharing peace with others makes you a complete person, and by sharing peace, you will find your true identity and purpose in life as a creature of peace. So, share peace now instead of making war. If you like our episode today, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up or like button below. And if you are blessed with our message of peace, be a peace weaver now by sharing this episode to your timeline. And if you are new to our channel, please hit the subscribe button below. So until next week, may you all blessed be.